What up, you lab rats? This is episode number 105, and today we're talking about how do I organize my content if I have a lot of interests. Stay tuned. Hey, welcome back to the lab, your daily inspiration for creating better content. So, my sister asked me, how do I separate that? And I was like, what are you saying? How do I separate my content if I have a lot of interest? And this is something that everybody deals with, everybody and their mom, including me, hardcore. And you know what, guys? This is just my perspective, and really, you can take this with a grain of salt, okay? But I have a lot of interest too, okay? The thing is, when you start creating content, I would encourage you to experiment and to figure out, to go ahead and try all these different things that you are interested in. For example, let's put my ass in the spotlight and just put my ass on blast right now. Okay. So in the very, very beginning, I was talking about, creating a sort of wedding directory sort of thingy, and then like a love and relationship sort of thingy, marriage thing. I had a thing called Veggie Acres where I talked about planting stuff because I was super obsessed with plants and gardening and backyard gardening and stuff like that. You can find those on my channel, embarrassingly. I was talking about self-dev. I was talking about manifesting. And so as the numbers start to rise in the number of interests I had, it was incredibly difficult for somebody, in the audience to kind of go, what are you about? And no traction whatsoever. And a lot of people will testify to this. And I think there's a sort of line that's drawn in the sand where it's like, yes, you can have, you can be multi-passionate, and definitely I think people who are known for one thing are multi-passionate. However, they took into consideration that, to start to leverage an audience and the power of an audience, you need to be known for kind of one thing, right? One area, at least. If you can't, separate it and get it down to like one thing, at least be known for like one area, right? So I think a lot of people deal with this on a daily basis, and it really just has to kind of fall in line with the same theme. So what I want to get at today, guys, is, yes, you may have a lot of interests, all right, but I would try to think more not so much in terms of like separating. I think that's kind of really limiting when you're first starting out. You need to experiment, and you need to find out what really resonates with you and your audience, right? I could have very easily gone the plant way, the gardening way. I think that would have been a lot easier, but I wasn't truly inspired by that. I really did want to talk about relationships and business together, and something with that. Like I just felt that in my heart, and so I reluctantly, even though I love gardening, I let that thing go, and chose not to focus on it. Even though I'm still very passionate about it. Like if I do find random time in the day, I will attend to my plants and do that whole thing. I have a weird sort of green thumb kind of thing. But I realized that the whole business and relationship thing, that's what really touched me. And so that's something that I chose to focus on. And you are going to find that as well. So when you're first starting out, and this is why I don't really condone like spending a lot of money on custom design when you're first starting out, because all of these themes that you're going to go through and figure out what resonates with you and what resonates with your audience will change, right? So allow yourself the freedom to explore that under the guise of like, this is the theme that I'm going for. I think that's a lot easier on the mind, and it does matter the words that you use, the self-talk that you use. So think of it as a theme. So for me, the theme is getting in the lab, right? And then I define what that actually means for us lab rats here in the lab, working on your stuff, the hustle, the grind within business relationships. And that's it, right? So as you're going to evolve as a content creator, you're gonna make those decisions for yourself. And a big thing too is like, trusting yourself and being confident in what you are, passionate about, and listening to what's in here versus listening to what's out there, right? Even me, right? I'm going to tell you right now, you need to listen to you. You need to develop that intuitive confidence about what is going to be right for you. Because I think a lot of times we want to look to a mentor or a coach to tell us what to do, because that's much easier. It's so much harder to go within and really ask yourself, is this working for me? Do I really want to do this? And that's something I want you to do, lab rats. Hardcore, okay? Get in touch with that inner you, make friends, make nice, and trust each other, right? It almost feels sometimes like it's two people. Oh, I want to do this. Oh, you should do that. And it'll feel like that. And the more that you can really be on the same page, which is a practice, this inner you and this outer you, the better I think that you will be. All right. So what are we at? 6 minutes. Okay, guys. So that was it for today's episode here on Throwback Thursday. Oh my God, we forgot. Okay, this Throwback Thursday, let's throw it up. Bam. What are you seeing? Something funny. You see, what happened was I pick these images after I say this, so I'm really not sure what I'm showing you. But hopefully it's a good one. All right. So good things, guys. That was our episode here on Throwback Thursday. Tomorrow on Good Shit Friday, look for a much lighter episode with Dre and I talking about loving the unglamorous. It's a real fun one. So stick around for that. And thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. I'm lucky to have you. And we'll see you next time here on the Get in Lab podcast. And once again, my name is Megan, reminding you to get in the lab. We'll see you. Peace out. Hey guys, thanks for sticking around to the end. I really appreciate it. You can visit getinthelab.me/join to get on my newsletter list, okay? Because that's where I share a bunch of exclusive stuff that I don't share anywhere else. And I like to take care of my lab rats, all right? So once again, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you. We'll see you. Peace.